Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to focus on the listening section of the TOEFL exam. Remember, in this series I am focusing on all of the updates and changes for 2026. So if your test date is in 2025, reach out to me so I can help you with that as well. But this video, remember, is about the changes that are coming in 2026. So if you remember, we previously talked about this. A lot of changes are coming to the TOEFL exam. It's becoming shorter and a lot of new changes and new items are being added to the test. But one of the sections that isn't changing much, if you ask me, is the listening section. It has become a little bit easier, so you will listen to shorter tasks, but still we pretty much have the same recordings, have the same kind of materials where we listen to an announcement or a lecture or a conversation inside the campus. So it's pretty much the same thing, but in a more interactive response. Regardless, we're going to take a look at all of the sections and see what is the best way to approach them. Just like reading, listening is also a multi-stage section of that exam, which means that based on your performance, you may get different kind of questions. But generally we have 4 categories of questions: listen and choose a response, listen to a conversation, listen to an announcement, and listen to an academic talk, which is the lecture. You will have 35 to 45 items, as they call it. They don't call it questions anymore, but because of the changes that they have done in the design. So you are likely to get some pre-test questions. Remember, in TOEFL, if you remember, we had an extra reading or an extra listening section, which they called it the pre-test. These tests were not part of your assessment, so they would not be part of your score, but they were just to test the feedback from students. But you never know which part of the question was the pre-test questions. So I think the same is happening here. And so in reading and listening, you will probably receive a lot of pre-test questions where they're not part of your assessment, but they're going to be used for future students. But anyways, we never know which is which, so we're not going to really focus on that, and we're going to do what we are going to do best. The listening section is going to take around 27 minutes, which is really good. As I'm recording this episode, there are not a lot of update practice materials available for TOEFL, so I'm not able to actually play an actual recording for you. I'm going to get that for the future episodes, but I'm going to show you what the questions will look like and how best we are going to approach them. So the first type of questions would of course be listen and choose a response. So you will hear a conversation. In this section you will hear a prompt. So this prompt is part of a conversation or an incident that's taking place inside the campus. Based on that prompt, you have to choose a response. As you see here, this is what's going to be played for you. Didn't I just see you in the library an hour ago? So you have to choose one of these options based on what makes sense the most and what is the most functional and practical option in that scenario. So you need to be very focused as you listen. The second question type, as you see on the screen, would be a conversation. So you will hear a conversation between 2 people, usually 2 students, and then you have to answer a question. So this is one of those parts that taking notes can really help you. Taking notes of those core points of their conversation, like what is the purpose, what are they talking about, what are they asking for something, are they pushing for something, are they what are those key events that are usually stressed out and seems to be the focus, the gist of that conversation. So you need to take notes of those because they will come in handy when you want to answer the question. So for example, this is a conversation that you will hear, and then question pops up and you have to answer the question. Remember, you do not see the question before the recording, so taking notes is very important. The next part, which is really one of the somehow challenging parts of the test and a part where you need to practice more, is when you listen to an announcement. So announcement are really common in academic environment, and you need to be able to get a lot of important information from the announcement within the first time that you listen to an announcement. There are some of the things that they usually ask you to do, where you have to, for example, identify the purpose. What is the purpose of the speaker? Usually listening to the way they use the grammar, because they use a special grammar to make a special point. And then you may even have to predict something about the future based on what the speaker said. So again, taking a lot of notes and focusing on important information. I know that focusing on the recording is a challenge for a lot of us, even in our daily lives, even in our own languages. But again, for these kind of tests, we need to really double down on such skills and improve them. So brings me back to my main point: note taking, especially learning how to take important notes from a recording, is a very important skill in TOEFL. So as you see, there will be an announcement, you will hear it, and then you have to answer questions afterwards. Here's an example of the question. So for example, what is the announcement about? Okay. What is the purpose? What is it about? What is the gist? So these are the things that you will always have as part of your question. And finally, we have the lecture, or academic talk as they call it. You will hear a lecturer, a professor, talking about a special subject. One of the things that you should know, and I think you have seen in this video, in TOEFL we have more items, and as you have noticed, the recordings, the input material is shorter, but you will have more questions and more items, as they call it. So that's something for you to consider, which again makes it more practical, more exciting than the previous versions of TOEFL, where you had to listen to very long lectures and long conversations. But again, this is one of the biggest changes. Here is an example of a lecture. You see, it's not very long, so you will be able to get more details from it. Definitely, they have tried to fit a lot of important information here, so you still need to practice on your focus, but thankfully the conversations are not very long, the recordings rather, so you don't need to really worry about that. And here's an example of a question. Again, similar to previous questions, where you have to find the function in what the speaker is saying. What is their purpose, of the overall purpose, or what is their specific purpose when they say something specifically. Here are the 4 questions that we deal with in TOEFL. In future episodes, I am going to teach you how to kind of find practice materials, how to practice note taking, and how to deal with each part. And I will share a lot of examples with you as well. But for now, it's important for you to know that tasks are shorter, but there will be more tasks, as you saw in today's video. I remember something I need to mention. You will hear a wide range of accents, so this might be again something quite interesting in TOEFL. TOEFL has tried to appeal to a wider international audience, so you will hear a wide range of accents from North America, from the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. So you may want to make sure that you get practice on all of these pronunciations as well. If you are not very familiar with these accents, or you have difficulties with them, you may want to add them to your daily exercises. Remember, again, these are all academic discussions, so they're English. So the English they use is quite standard, but still different accents, and you might have some problem if you are, for example, more familiar with American accents. This used to be a reason people chose TOEFL over other exams, but this is not applicable anymore. You will listen to a wide range of standard accents of the English language. Okay, that's it for today. We covered the 4 types of questions for TOEFL in 2026. If you have any questions, I know you have a lot of questions about the changes, so comment sections are open. Please ask me any questions that you have about TOEFL. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe for more videos and more lessons in this course, and share this with your friends who are also preparing for TOEFL. And so stay tuned, and thank you very much, everybody.